Hello and welcome to the Nellie and Eve podcast, episode 5. Hello, I'm Helen from Nellie and Eve Plant Dyed Yarns, and this is a podcast about my knitting and crochet projects, along with a little bit of spinning and wool and sheep and rural life in West Wales, UK, and a little bit about my dye garden as well. Thank you for returning if you have seen my podcast before, and if you're new to my podcast, then thank you so much for joining me. So in this episode, I've got a finished object to show you, which I'm wearing, and a little bit more about my whip, a little bit about some things that are coming into the shop tomorrow, and also there'll be a little bit about a spinning workshop that I did last weekend. So if this is something that you want to listen to, then grab your favourite drink and the craft of your choice, settle back, and we can have a little chat for probably about 20 minutes or so, maybe, or thereabouts. So let's get on to my finished object. So in the last episode, I talked about this whip that I was doing at the time. And this is a cardigan design by Beata Jezek of Hedgehog Fibres. I will put all the details below for you. It's got a couple of names for this pattern on Ravelry, but it's a free pattern, and isn't that lovely that the designer's given up something for us all to enjoy? Well, I've certainly enjoyed making it. It's a lovely cardigan. It's designed not to do up at the front. It's designed to be an open cardigan, and that's exactly what I wanted. It's got a lovely raglan sleeve, and it just, I'll see if I can stand up and show you. It sits, I've made it really cropped to go with my dress, and it sits open, which I really love, because A, I don't have to worry about buttons, and B, I actually quite like not having too much fabric around me. I like it where I need it to be nice and warm on my sleeves and my shoulders, and this is the way that I like to wear it. So I know there were a couple of comments in a previous episode about this particular design, but it is exactly what I wanted, and I'm really happy with it. It's got a lovely kind of balloon sleeve, and yeah, I'm very happy. What did I make it out of? My Jacob DK, and I used 3.25mm needles to get gauge, and 3 skeins of yarn. The only modification I made on it was that I did not do any decreases on the arm, because it is quite a narrow sleeve and I didn't want it any more so. So it fits actually really nicely over a long sleeve dress, but I didn't need it to be too snug. So that's the only modification I made on it. And it feels gorgeous. The yarn has knitted up beautifully. It really softens as you're using it, and once it's wet blocked and worn, it's just delightful. It's my new base. I won't talk about it here. I've talked about it in the previous episode quite a bit, but obviously I'm very happy with it, and it's nice to have a design made out of it for myself. Sometimes I don't get round to making something quite as quickly as I want to with my yarn bases, but on this occasion, this is actually my second object in it, so I'm very happy. So that's the finished object. So onto my whip. Again, in the previous episode, I talked about the Herblore sweater or Herblore pullover by Fox and Folk. It's a test knit that I'm doing with a lovely group of people online. We've got a great chat group, actually. They're a really lovely bunch, all from across the world, which is just amazing, isn't it? That knitting and craft in general, but definitely knitting community, we are all bonded and joined together for this love of the knitting, the craft, and it's wonderful. So I am really enjoying this. Can you see all of the texture detail in it? It's really interesting because of it. There are some stitches that I haven't ever worked before, which are not daunting once you try them once, I've now found out. I have learned some really good techniques, actually, and I'm really enjoying it, which is fantastic. Hopefully it will be finished. I'm up to dividing for the armholes at the moment, so I'm hoping, and I'm doing a vest version. I'm not doing the sweater version because I do really like wearing vests. So I'm hoping to finish that before the deadline, which is the end of this month. I love a deadline. I quite like working to that goal. It gives me motivation, and it's really good fun. And like I said before, test knits I'm enjoying because they push me and challenge my knitting, which I'm enjoying. So that's the whip. The other thing I wanted to talk to you about was the Cosy Winter Treat Boxes, which I am launching tomorrow, the 3rd of October. Well, tomorrow, that is if I get this video out on time. It takes a long time to upload my videos because the internet connection in these parts is patchy at best, and it takes hours to upload videos to YouTube. Even if I ask nicely and use my friend's Wi-Fi, he's got a better, quicker Wi-Fi speed, so I sometimes go down to him. So thank you, Mike, if you're watching. It's really good to hang out while I'm uploading my videos. So anyway, long story short, if it hasn't been done by then, this is something you'll find out about when they've gone out. So sorry about that. But anyway, the Cosy Winter Treat Box is due to be launched on the 3rd of October, 8 p.m. GMT +1. And in the past, I've done advent calendars and 12 days of Christmas boxes. But I felt like that there was enough advent calendars out there for everyone to choose from these days, without me adding to the choice. They are a lot of work, which this year I decided that I wanted to give that time and effort to my dye garden, which did take a lot of effort. You'll see in previous episodes if you haven't already. Rather than dyeing lots of yarn and wrapping every single mini skein by hand, which actually I do enjoy, but I wanted to concentrate my efforts somewhere else this year. So instead, I've decided to offer a winter treat box, a box of goodies from wonderful makers who hand make their product and that are really high quality, as a treat to yourself or to someone just as special. It doesn't have to be for winter. It could be at any time of the year, but they will be launched for the winter season. So what is in the treat box? So we have a wonderful soy-based candle by Alex Collins. I talked about these in my previous podcast. But I was really lucky to meet Alex at the Unravel Autumn Festival that I've just done. And she had a stand there too. And you know, when you see lots of people online on various platforms, but it's really great to meet them in person. And it really was great to meet her. And her products and her product bags are all absolutely beautiful. And I thought that the candle would fit absolutely beautifully into a cozy winter treat box. So we have the Knit Night candle that Alex is happy to offer us, and it smells delightful. It smells beautiful even when it's not lit. So it's gorgeous. So that's a candle for the treat box. And then we've got a beautiful handmade leather needle case by Rural Kind. Rural Kind is Mike, my wonderful friend and neighbour. He lives just down the hill in the village. And he's been with me through every Advent box I've ever done. He's always got a wonderful item in the box there, in various designs throughout the years. And I'm really happy to say that he wanted to be part of this box too, which is great for us. So he's making a gorgeous leather needle case, which you can put your darning needles in and so on, and pop in your project bag. And next up, we've got some beautiful stitch markers by Bobbles and Berries. And lovely Ord has hand embroidered these stitch markers for me, and they're a special set exclusive to Nellie and Eve. And we've been working throughout the year with seasonal stitch markers, and these stitch markers will be the winter collection. And so they're in the box too. We've also got some lovely notelets by Lorna from Fibre Valley Art, and she makes the most beautiful pictures. She is an artist, and her pictures are just the most adorable scenes of women with knitting, or with country scenes, women with chickens and knitting nooks, and all sorts of lovely, wonderful, cozy, gorgeous scenes, which I find really just endearing and wonderful. And she has offered some notelets, and we have chosen 4 designs again that go through the seasons, and they will be in the box too. And then we have some wool wash by the lovely guys over at Welsh Lavender. Now, this wool wash is beautiful. It's absolutely adorable. It's got a cedar wood and lavender base, and I've washed my jumper in this, my cardigan in this, and it smells gorgeous. Banishes away the moths, because moths don't like cedar. And it's gorgeous. It's actually something that they're going to stop doing. So the wool wash that we have is pretty exclusive, because once it's gone, it's gone. So it's a really special little treat for you guys. And that's in the box too. The box itself is a keepsake box. It's got a lovely magnetic catch, so it's good enough to use for another purpose. So again, that's all in the cozy winter treat box. I've decided not to show every item. I've also decided not to photograph every item, and that's because if you want it to be a surprise for yourself or for someone else, there's no good me photographing things. I kind of quite like the idea that you can definitely find out the style and quality of the makers that I have talked about here. And actually, I'll give you all the details below as well. You can go onto their websites and have a look at the various items that they have to give you an idea of the kind of things that you'll be getting in the treat box. But I thought it was quite nice for it to be a surprise. Some of the items will be wrapped, some of them will be unwrapped, and obviously, along with all of those goodies, you will get yarn too. Of course you will. So you will get a 100-gram skein of the Welsh Jacob 4-ply fingering. You'll also get a mini skein set of all of the colours in the collection, which is 4-ply, so they will both go together very beautifully. And I'll perhaps give you some ideas of projects that you could use them for. There's also an option to purchase extra yarn if you would like at a special offer price that is only for the winter treat box. So all of that will be online on the 3rd of October, and boxes are limited, I will say that much. So if it's something that you're interested in, then they will go live at 8 p.m. GMT +1, 3rd of October. So that is pretty much it for me. I'll give you some footage from last week's spinning workshop that I did in my local town. There's a lovely little bit about some little video of the local town, and it was held at my local yarn shop. So we have a little tour around the local yarn shop as well. The spinning workshop was wonderful. 4 wonderful ladies came along. We had some fun. We talked lots about wool and sheep and fleece, and the best way to spin and get the best out of your fleece, and how to spin good fibre. And lots of fun learning how to spin and using the spinning wheels too. I've been spinning for over 15 years now, and it's still my favourite things to do, because you're spinning a fibre, certainly a local fibre for me around here, which can then be made into yarn that can then be made into something. And that grassroots making really appeals to me, which is why I love spinning so much. And I love talking about it and sharing it with people that want to learn more, and, you know, passing on the skill or the craft to others, just to keep it alive and well, you know. So you'll see footage of that, and a few autumnal scenes over the last couple of weeks. It's been stormy and really rainy here, and then it's been sunny and beautiful. So autumn definitely has arrived on the mountain. The trees are just turning. It's becoming that beautiful rusty, it's just the most gorgeous time of the year. It's my favourite time. Yeah, it's nice and calm out there now. We've got to talk about the weather, haven't we? Surely. Can't not do a podcast without talking about the weather. So all of that footage is coming up. For now, I will say goodbye and thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like more of this, then please subscribe. I'd be most grateful. And if you like this, then nice thumbs up would be super as well. And yes, I'll say goodbye, and you take care wherever you are. Lots of love, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye.